Today we are going to discuss about Memorandum of Association. As we all know, company important documents issued by a company. Some documents are issued by a company at the time of its formation. Most important documents are Memorandum of Association, Articles of Association and Prospectus. Today we are going to discuss about Memorandum of Association. What is Memorandum of Association? According to Companies Act, definition of Memorandum of Association is a memorandum which is originally framed or altered from time to time in pursuance of any previous company laws. And Memorandum of Association is treated as a constitution of the company. No company is registered without Memorandum of Association, and it's the principal document of the company. It defines the scope of the companies, and it helps the shareholders and creditors to know the scope of the company and sphere of the company. It is to be filled by the register of the company at the time of its incorporation. And Memorandum of Association contains some clauses. What are the clauses? Name clause, registered office clause, objects clause, liability clause, capital clause and association clause. As we have already discussed that memorandum is treated as constitution. So in constitution, these clauses tells about the or explains about the company to the shareholders. That's why each and every clause is clearly mentioned, clearly tells us about the company. Okay, and coming to the first clause, name clause. As we all know, business is treated as, or not business, company is treated as a separate entity. Company being a separate entity. How do you treat it without its name? How do you record its transactions without its name? So company must have a name, but that name should not resemble the other company's name, or it does not contain the words like king, queen, UNO, WHO, World Bank, etc. But the name of the company, if it's a public company, means it must end with the word limited, public limited. If it's a public company, this name must be end. For example, BSNL, Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited is example for public company. If it's a private company, we have to add private limited at the end of its name. For example, ABC Private Limited, like that. Okay. And coming to the next clause, the registered office clause. Registered office clause. Every company should have a registered office for communication. And it should be, in this clause, every company should mention its address in this registered office clause. It must be communicated to the register of companies. It must be communicated to the register of companies. It must communicate the place of the company or the location of the register office within 30 days of its incorporation. And coming to the objects clause. Object clause, the name itself says as objects. Objective clause. Then it says about the objectives, and it contains the two types, main objectives and other objectives. It determines rights and powers of the company, and it also determines the sphere of the activities. It determines the boundaries of the activities of the company, and it also tells us the powers of the company, and it protects it gives protection to the shareholders and creditors. Clause, but we have to be careful in determining this clause because it can't be altered easily. It has to be informed to the register of companies. if we make any alterations in this clause, it must be informed to the register of companies. So it's not so easy to change this clause. And coming to the next clause, liability clause. Liability clause says us about the nature of liability of members. Is the nature of liability. It also explains that the nature of the liabilities of members is limited. It means the shareholders' liabilities are extended to pay only unpaid balance of their shares. Their liability is extended only to pay the unpaid balance of the shares. And coming to the next clause, capital clause, and it explains us about the total capital to be proposed by the company. And capital is divided into division of capital into, the company divides the capital into equity shares and preference shares. In this clause, it must be clearly mentioned about the number of equity shares and preference shares and their privileges and rights. If any special rights or privileges are provided to any type of shareholders, it must be clearly mentioned in this. And coming to the next clause, association clause. It contains the names of the signatories. Who signed the signatories means who signed the memorandum of association. This clause contains the names of signatories and their full addresses and occupations also. And it also contains the subscribers who declare that they agree to incorporate to the company. The subscribers who declare that they agree to incorporate with the company, their addresses and occupations are also clearly mentioned in this clause. Okay, I think you understand it.